So I just want to do a quick little comparison here of the speed and camera between the Sony Xperia XZ3 and the Note 9, which we do have on the table. I prayed to the phone godmother and it did turn my S9 into a Note 9, so we are blessed to have its presence on the table. Let's just have a look and see how these two beasts do compare in late 2018. So we are getting flagship processors here in both of them, latest gen, but I don't think they are brand new in terms of the processors. We have had them out for quite a while now. You can see the Note just a little bit snappy here booting up, but the XZ3 not far behind. Both coming with absolutely gorgeous OLED displays here. Not 4K as I originally thought, but it is very high resolution and looks absolutely fantastic in terms of the viewing angles. It's also, I think, the first kind of curved display here that Sony's actually done, and they've done it remarkably good. It feels really nice in the hand, not too slippy and very grippy. The Note is a little bit bigger here, you know, it's quite a bit to lug around, but the back feels absolutely amazing in terms of the premium, very high quality, and you know, they've moved a lot of the essential components like the fingerprint scanner to better places now. I think they're still coming with a headphone jack as well, which is very rare for a flagship phone. Now the Sony does come with the latest Android as well, Android 9, so that might be an advantage with some nice new gestures, as you can see. So let's just do the speed test here, and then we can move on to looking at the camera, which I'm sure a lot of people would like to see if Sony's got it right this year. I think someone's mowing outside my window, so do you know, ignore that. But you can see the Sony seems to be leaving the Note behind on some of these basic apps. I think we have got the Note on the performance mode, as you can see. Really amazing optimization here on the Sony. Is this on the full brightness? Yes, it is. I think I like the Sony screen actually a bit more here. You can really see it on this red. Usually Samsung leaves the best screens for itself, but look at that. You know, Sony's really hit the ball out of the park here with the quality of the display. Not to say the Note 9 is bad, but you know, usually I would expect the Note 9 to have the best display on the market, but not this year. Let's have a look at the games. Again, I think Sony here. I mean, just look how much dynamic the background looks on the Sony. You know, a lot of tech reviews have mentioned how good the display is here, and I have to agree. You know, I have to really agree. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's try this one. Maybe next year we will see a true 4K like OLED experience. That'll be pretty insane. Sony again. You see, Sony is really dominating this test here. It's like, it's not even sweating, you know, every single one seems to be opening up faster. You would think that Samsung would have brought out the Android 9 update for its flagship phone, but it seems to always be a bit behind in regards to the software support. However, it does have obviously the massive trump card of the S Pen if you do like that. Personally, I've not even bothered to try it out yet because it's not something I'd really use myself, but it is obviously a trump card here. Sony is a little bit cheaper though. You know, you can get it for about 300 less, so look how close these are though. You know, very highly polished handsets these are. But I think Sony's definitely taken it here. You know, I'm not even being biased this year. This is truly a Sony victory when it comes to the speed test. Every single app seems to have opened faster, which is, you know, what we want to see. Let's have a look at the speed test here app. So hopefully we've got it on here. I probably don't though. So let's just get on. So one thing I love about this Android 9 is like how things you know, download here, and also if you want to get rid of things off the screen like this, you can just drag it off like that. There's no, you know, faffing around. It makes it so much nicer, whereas with this you have to like double click, you have to click twice, if you can see what I'm saying. So really nice little optimizations to Android experience here on the Android 9. Let's have a look at the speed test then. So let's go forward, shall we? So we'll just start with the Note. And is the Note going to reach the highs of the XS? You know, I don't think so here, or maybe it is. I mean, that is a nice score, absolutely fantastic. What's the Sony doing? It doesn't seem to be loading the app. I mean, maybe this is a issue because of the Android 9. We'll just have a look. There we go. So same server. Oh, is he going to take it? He's going to take it. Is he going to take it? No, he's not. He's not going to take it. So unfortunately, you know, we do have the Samsung Night coming back here for a victory when it comes to the Wi-Fi, which is very good. You know, it's a little bit disappointing from a Sony fan's perspective, but 1-1 nevertheless. Let's have a look at the multitasking. So we have this weird issue here. Hopefully they'll fix with the orientation, and we'll just open up some apps here so you can see. 6 gigs of RAM I think in both of them, but so far it looks like the productivity beast of the Note 9 is doing a little bit better with these multitasking stuff. As you can see, lots of reloading on the left, but you know, it's not taking too long to reload it, which I guess is okay. But then again, you know, it would be nice if they just kept it in memory. I have had one update for the Sony, so I think they are, you know, pushing out updates to optimize the experience, but you can definitely see, I think the memory management here goes to Samsung. So props where props is due. So let's get to the main stuff, the camera. So what is the camera like on the latest Sony? You know, there's been some mixed reviews. Some people saying it's average, others saying, you know, it's pretty good. But personally, I would say again it's a step up from the last, I think it was the XZ3 which I last used. In terms of the quality, you know, absolutely fantastic in terms of the day. You're not going to really see that much difference, I think, with most handsets when it comes to your day shots. But I think with these ones, I did notice that the colours were way better on the Sony in general. You could see that they're a little bit muted on the Note in comparison. However, I think when it comes to the actual low light, traditionally this is where Samsung has dominated, and again I think that's what you're going to get here in terms of the low light. I mean, it's still fantastic on the Sony, you know, really good compared to previous years, but I don't think it's quite up there with what Huawei's offering and what Samsung's offering. So you know, you got to be realistic with your expectations there. I think the colours are still better though on the Sony. The colours just to me just look much more vibrant overall. I was a bit disappointed with the colours on the Note 9, but you can have a look, you know, just to see yourself. There's also the video recording. There was an issue with the last phone which had quite a slow HDR video, and I found that the HDR video on 4K mode is still kind of slow. Not the best experience really. Hopefully they will fix it this time with a software update, but personally I would leave it off if you're using the Sony at the moment and just use the standard 4K. A little bit disappointing we don't have 60 frames per second 4K like the Note. The Note has absolutely fantastic video recording at 60 frames per second, absolutely lifelike kind of thing. It's amazing. So I'd probably give it the Note when it comes to video recording at the moment. You can see the XZ3 is absolutely beast mode when it comes to the speed, completely dominating the Note 9 when it comes to the apps opening. Even though it doesn't actually have a dedicated performance mode, the screen is also way better in terms of the colours, etc. I don't know how they've managed to do it, because usually Samsung is a master of the screen technology. But if you're looking at it from the other perspective, such as the camera, the multitasking experience, the S Pen, etc., I think the Note 9 is the better phone in those areas. I mean, you got to be honest, it brings a lot to the table. This is an absolute beast of a phone at the moment. But I think Sony's brought out something which is quite competitive given the lower price range. I will be doing some more videos of it, checking out how it compares against some other handsets, so do stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.